Imagine this. You're in the final minutes of a nail-biting basketball game. The crowd is roaring, the tension is palpable. You take your shot, miss. Frustration wells up as you try again, miss. And again, miss. Then, amidst the noise, one coach yells, "You're terrible! Sit down! Can't you do anything right?" Now, how would that make you feel? Defeated? Embarrassed? But then there's a different voice, a better voice. Another coach calmly says, "Shake it off. Keep going. I know what you're capable of. You've got this." Which coach would help you become a better player? This scenario illustrates a profound truth that applies not just in sports, but in life. We are surrounded by voices, some encouraging and others harsh and condemning. Growing up, we hear messages from classmates, family members, and, increasingly, social media. Some voices may even come from painful experiences, leaving behind a shaky soundtrack in our minds. Over time, these negative messages can convince us we're failures or incapable of change. But there's a different voice, one that offers hope and acceptance. It's the voice of God. Think about that for a moment. Through His Spirit, He doesn't scold us. He corrects us lovingly and encourages us to keep trying. He reminds us of our eternal worth. Unlike the condemning voices we might hear, the voice of God never tells us we're worthless. Instead, it reminds us of who we can become. So, how can we distinguish these voices and choose the right one, especially when it feels like negativity surrounds us? Let's explore this further. First, let's acknowledge that everyone experiences self-doubt and negative self-talk. It's part of being human. Perhaps you've heard thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed." These thoughts can become habitual and, if unchecked, can shape our identity in harmful ways. To counteract this, we need to recognize these thoughts for what they are: lies based on fear, insecurity, and sometimes past experiences. A great way to challenge these thoughts is to ask the question, where is this voice coming from? If it's filled with shame or guilt, it's likely not the voice we should be listening to. Instead, let's shift our focus to the promises that God makes about us. He calls us beloved, chosen, and equipped for great things. When we internalize these messages, we start to build a more resilient mindset. Consider the difference it makes to talk to ourselves like a coach, an encouraging coach, rather than the judgmental one. Instead of berating ourselves for mistakes, we can say things like, "I can learn from this," or "It's okay to try again." This simple shift empowers us to get back up and move forward, even when life gets tough. Real-world examples abound. Think about successful athletes who face criticism and doubt. They often talk about the importance of their support systems, the coaches, family, and friends who keep them grounded. They need to filter out the noise and focus on constructive feedback rather than enabling destructive self-talk. You can do the same in your life by surrounding yourself with positive influences that remind you of your inherent worth and potential. In choosing the voice we listen to, we choose the direction our lives take. Ultimately, we must ask ourselves, do we want to wallow in self-doubt or rise to our potential? The choice is in our hands. It's important to remember this. The next time a negative thought creeps in, ask yourself where it's coming from. Is it a voice filled with fear, or is it a voice inspired by love? Because the voice we choose to believe shapes our reality. So, which voice will you choose today? Remember, God sees who you can become and believes in you wholeheartedly. Embrace that truth and let it guide you forward into a life filled with hope, grace, and truth. You are worthy and you are capable of great things.